In a dramatic and unprecedented event, South Korean investigators and police officers arrested impeached President Yoon Suk Yeol at his residence in Seoul. The operation marked a significant moment in the nation's political history, as authorities stormed the presidential compound to detain Yoon, who had been resisting arrest for weeks. The arrest operation involved over 500 law enforcement personnel and unfolded in full view of the public. Police used ladders to scale the compound's barbed wire fences and buses to block exits and prevent any attempt at escape. The presidential compound, located in Seoul's upscale Hanam-dong district, became the site of a high-stakes standoff, as Yoon's supporters clashed with authorities at the gates, creating a tense and chaotic atmosphere. Moments before his detention, Yoon made a dramatic statement to the media, claiming that South Korea was facing a collapse of law and order under his impeachment. His words echoed his refusal to accept the parliament's decision to remove him from office. Yoon had previously justified his imposition of martial law as a legitimate act of governance against what he described as an anti-state opposition obstructing his agenda. Yoon Suk Yeol's presidency spiraled into chaos last month when he imposed martial law, leading to widespread public outcry and political backlash. The martial law, albeit brief, saw military control over civilian areas, restrictions on freedoms, and a temporary suspension of democratic processes. While Yoon later issued an apology, he refused to resign, further escalating tensions between him and South Korea's National Assembly. Parliament voted to impeach Yoon, citing gross misuse of power and violations of democratic principles. His impeachment left the country politically polarized, with protests erupting both in support of and against his actions. Since his impeachment, Yoon had remained confined to his Hanam-dong residence, vowing to fight what he described as an unjust political witch hunt. The former president repeatedly claimed that his actions were necessary to maintain stability and accused his opponents of orchestrating his downfall. For weeks, investigators stationed themselves near Yoon's residence, attempting to negotiate his surrender. However, their efforts were met with resistance from both Yoon and his loyalists. The situation reached a boiling point when authorities decided to launch a large-scale operation to detain him. The arrest of Yoon Suk Yeol has divided public opinion in South Korea. His supporters have condemned the operation as heavy-handed and politically motivated, while critics argue that his detention was necessary to uphold democratic norms and accountability. Political analysts believe Yoon's dramatic arrest underscores the fragility of South Korea's democratic institutions and the high stakes involved in navigating its political crises.